Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miss back again for another video today, and welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for a very unique video. We're actually here for a Call of Duty video, but a competitive Call of Duty video today, and I am very excited because, of course, as you can tell by the title of the video, we are going to be going through my predictions for this upcoming Kickoff Classic, which starts in about an hour and a half. This video is going out late. I never even really thought about making this until I was at work this morning, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? So here we are, guys. And yeah, we're just going to go through every match, of course. You guys can see my screen here, but yeah, so first up on Saturday, which is today, we've got New York versus Dallas, we have Seattle versus Los Angeles, and we have Florida versus Atlanta. Three very interesting matches, and I think there's a lot of significant stories about most of these as well. So, of course, let's start off with the first match of the weekend of the season, the New York Subliners versus the Dallas Empire, which is going to be crazy because, of course, New York just lost Zuma, and don't forget that Clay was, of course, on Dallas Empire last year. He got kicked off the team, so I feel like this will be a pretty interesting series, but all things considered, Diamond Khan's brand new onto the team. Asim, I mean, I know Asim has been playing with New York, but I just personally am not a big believer in Asim. He really disappointed me on Minnesota last year, but either way, I don't think this New York team can compete with Dallas, and I think this will be a 3-0 for the Dallas Empire. Like I said, I don't see New York really competing with Dallas in this series, not yet at least. Maybe in time they'll be able to. Diamond Khan could be incredible, and Mac, of course, is no slouch. Neither is Clayster. Really, the thing for me is just the lack of, I guess top tier play or practice Diamond Khan has as well. I really don't know about Asim, so yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm pretty excited to see this match. I think, like I said, though, it is a 3-0 Dallas, starting off the season right where they ended last season. So now on to the next match. We have Seattle versus the Gorillas, which is very exciting as well because, of course, Apathy now on the LA Gorillas obviously was on the Seattle Surge last season. The Surge is a completely new team, essentially, apart from Octane, but I'm excited to see this series, but I do think this series may actually go the distance. I think it's going to be a 3-2, but in favor of Seattle. I don't see LAG being much better this year than they were last year, but then again, the last 4v4 boots on the ground COD, three members of the Gorillas won COD champs, so anything could happen, of course, but like I said, I do think it'll be a 3-2 for Seattle. And the only reason why I think that is I feel like Seattle is the better team. Definitely on paper, but I don't think Seattle is that good. Pristini and Looney, I personally think, are a very weak sub duo, and a sub duo that I do not know if it competes with any other sub duo apart from maybe the Gorillas, and that's why I think, and maybe the Legion, I guess. But apart from that, yeah, really just those three teams like Surge, Legion, and Gorillas. I just don't think their sub duos are strong enough to compete against the top tier teams of Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas. Like, you're telling me Looney and Pristini is gonna outgun Shotzi and Hugh, or Abizi and Simp, or Scump and Envoy? Like, it's just not happening. So I'm very intrigued to see how that goes. I think it'll be a close series, but ultimately I do think Seattle will take it. Although I know it's a brand new team, I still don't really know how Seattle's search is gonna be. But again, that is completely unknown, and I'm very excited to see how that goes. So moving on to the final match of the evening, we have Florida versus Atlanta, which again, a very good storyline of last season, of course, because they were really big rivals for the most part at the like halfway point to the end of the season last year. Like, two of the best teams in the league basically were Florida and Atlanta for a few months there. So I do think this goes the way of Atlanta Florida seems to be somewhat lost. I've watched a few scrims. They seemed like a very up and down team, so who knows? Maybe we get one stellar map out of Florida and it's a 3-1 series. Maybe we get Florida absolutely destroying Atlanta, but I just can't imagine any team destroying Atlanta this year. Not Dallas, not Chicago, not the Thieves. Like I do not see a team like genuinely stomping on FaZe. Like I can't imagine it because already obviously the last year's FaZe team was sick. This year's FaZe team is 100% better in my eyes. I think our cities just makes them that much better, and Atlanta actually has a leader now in our cities. So I think I think this Atlanta team could honestly like genuinely make a case for one of the greatest teams ever, and they haven't even played yet. So I'm excited to see how it goes, but yeah, I'm taking a 3-0 from Atlanta here. So really two uncompetitive series and one very competitive series for the most part. Not saying that the Subliners and Mutineers won't make the series competitive. I just think FaZe and Empire are just so much better than their opponents for Saturday. So yeah, guys, now let's move on to Sunday, which is very interesting. We have the Battle of EU, the Battle of the North, and the Battle of Optic. So I'm very, very excited about Sunday. I'm not gonna lie. So the Battle of EU was very interesting. Paris just still seems so lost. I just don't know how this roster comes together, but either way, I do think this will be a win for the London Royal Ravens. I'm saying probably a 3-1 because on paper, London could be a very, very good team. Will they, though? Who knows, really? Because on paper, London was a very good team last year as well, and there were times where they were good and there were times where they were not. So I do think London is the better team than Paris, though. Um, and yeah, I don't really have much input on this series in particular. I don't know. I feel like every position really, London is stronger. I'm very excited to see Scraps though, because Scraps will probably come into the series on fire because of course he's facing the team that dropped him. So that'll be very very intriguing, and I'm very excited to see how that goes. Now moving on to the next series, one of the original series to start off the CDL is the Rocker versus the Ultra, which I am an Ultra fan, as you guys know. But yeah, I am very excited for this series. Although I've been seeing a lot of hate on the Ultra team, and I know the Ultra have been kind of up and down at times this year, but I do think this will be a close series. And honestly, my gut thinks this is going to be a 5-game series, but I do think it is going to the Toronto Ultra. And I really am very good at putting my bias aside on who I think is a better team. And I personally think with how long Toronto has been together, I think they will be able to pull out a win against the Rocker. I think it probably goes 5 games. I'm very intrigued to see this new look Rocker team. Of course, they're a completely new roster. So yeah, I'm very excited for this series. I'm not gonna lie. Very excited for Toronto. Unfortunately, I work only at 4 a.m. nowadays, so I'm 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day, which means I'm gonna miss the Florida Atlanta and the LA Thieves and Optic matches because I will likely be asleep. But I'll have to watch them the next day. Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch them live, but I will be able to watch my team play, so that's what matters most, right? But yeah, let's move on to the Sunday finale, or the finale of the kickoff tournament. But it is an incredibly intriguing match of the Los Angeles Thieves versus Optic Chicago, which, my god, this series could be incredible, of course. You go back to only a few months ago where COD champs, it was Optic versus Huntsman, and what a close series it was. What a great rivalry I think this will be. Of course, the nade shot, like Hex rivalry, of course, Optic versus Old Optic. Well, this is Old Optic versus New Optic, but which is now New Optic versus Old Optic. So I'm very, very excited to see how this goes. I think Chicago is the better team, but I do think this series will be pretty damn competitive. And I don't think the Thieves are going to fall down the same path that they did last year, where they were just there was like too much talent, but the team didn't work. I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think the Thieves are going to be competitive all season long, but I am giving Chicago the edge here, and I think it will be a 3-1 for Optic Chicago. I think it could very well go to 5 games, and I think this will be a very, very close series and one that is very, very exciting and probably going to be the most viewed series like all year. Anytime these two teams play, probably even more than Chicago, Atlanta. But whenever those two teams play, I'm sure the views will be high. But yeah, guys, I am super, super excited for this weekend. Of course, just a few weeks away now, we have the official start to the season with the Atlanta home series. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think is going to happen. Let me know who you think is going to win. I am very, very excited. Of course, it starts in about an hour now at this point. I'm going to get this video up as soon as I can, but either way, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.